Hello everyone. Welcome back to our channel. In January 2025, the artificial intelligence industry experienced an unprecedented disruption that reverberated through global financial markets. DeepSeek, a relatively unknown Chinese AI startup, triggered what analysts now call the Great AI Reset, the largest single-day market capitalization loss in U.S. history, erasing $2 trillion in value from U.S. stocks. NVIDIA alone saw its market value plummet by over $500 billion in a single trading session. The catalyst? DeepSeek's R1 model, a reasoning AI system that rivaled OpenAI's best offerings at a fraction of the cost, challenging fundamental assumptions about the resources required for advanced AI development. The scale of this disruption becomes even more remarkable when examining the stark contrast in resources between DeepSeek and its Western competitors. It's a David versus Goliath story in the resource disparity. DeepSeek operates with comparatively modest assets, backed by a Chinese hedge fund managing approximately $7 billion. A focused team of just 200 AI specialists, including several Olympic medalists in mathematics, physics, and informatics. Access to roughly 50,000 GPUs, all of which were acquired before the USA GPU sanctions on China. By comparison, the combined might of Google, OpenAI, Amazon, NVIDIA, and Meta represents over $4 trillion in assets, thousands of AI scientists, access to more than 1 million GPUs and TPUs. Perhaps most striking, at many Western AI companies, compensation for AI talent alone exceeds DeepSeek's entire training budget. Yet their models were outperformed by DeepSeek's first version called DeepSeek R1. This economics of disruption is not trivial. DeepSeek's achievement has exposed a dramatic cost-efficiency gap in AI model development. R1 model's base training required GPU hours worth just $5.5 million. Even with reinforcement learning included, total development costs remained approximately $6 million. By contrast, OpenAI's GPT-4 reportedly cost a chopping $600 million to train, making DeepSeek's cost approach 100 times more cost-effective. This efficiency extends to operational expenses as well. While OpenAI's models cost over $100 per million tokens, DeepSeek R1 operates at less than $4 per million tokens, representing a 25-fold operational cost advantage. There are 8 key innovations behind DeepSeek R1's efficiency. DeepSeek R1's performance, comparable to OpenAI's O1 model on reasoning problems like mathematics, coding, and scientific reasoning, stems from these 8 fundamental architectural innovations. 1. Mixture of experts, or MOE as it is called, dividing the model into specialized components so it doesn't tap the entire system for every query. 2. Advanced load balancing for expert specialization, ensuring efficient utilization of model components. 3. Multi-head latent attention, MLA, enabling simultaneous processing of different input parts. 4. Multi-token prediction, MLP, improving throughput by predicting multiple tokens in parallel. 5. FP8 Quantization, reducing model size and computational requirements. 6. Group relative policy optimization, enhancing training efficiency. 7. Integration of chain-of-thought reasoning with reinforcement learning, improving reasoning capabilities. 8. Model Distillation, transferring knowledge from larger to smaller models. Together, these innovations have opened a new chapter in AI model development, which is allowing DeepSeek to accelerate release of more updates and advanced versions, demonstrating that sophisticated and speedy AI capabilities can be achieved without massive infrastructure investments. DeepSeek has also set a new example for open source to take a lead over richly funded closed systems from OpenAI, Google, Meta, Claude, and others. What makes DeepSeek's approach particularly disruptive is its commitment to transparency and accessibility. Unlike its Western counterparts, the R1 model is open source with a permissive license. It fully discloses its reasoning steps. The code is public. Technical papers explain the architecture in detail. This open approach not only challenges the traditional closed-source model of AI development, but also enables developers worldwide to adapt and build upon DeepSeek's technology without the constraints of API access or usage fees. The result has been remarkable adoption rates, with DeepSeek's app reportedly reaching 100 million users within just 7 days of launch, a pace that eclipsed even TikTok's rapid growth. Which brings us to DeepSeek's rapid updates to R1 and R2 release timeline. Here are some updates given by DeepSeek as part of the timeline for DeepSeek R2 release. The company is open sourcing some really powerful and cool stuff that they have developed. So far, they have open sourced 3 repositories. The first one was the Flash MLA, which is a decoding kernel optimized for GPUs, making the output generation process faster, especially on NVIDIA's Hopper architecture. It helps AI models that are generating text run more efficiently. This is quite cool, and this is one of the things that they are using which made their inference super fast when they launched it, which is actually quite awesome to see. 2. After that, they launched DPP, which is an EP communication library for model training and inference. It's a communication library for mixture of experts models like the V3 and R1 model that ensures different parts of these complex architectures work together smoothly during training and use. 3. After that, they open-sourced DeepGem, which is a library that handles matrix multiplications using a lower precision format or FP8, reducing memory use and speeding up computations for training and running LLMs, which is also a great one to see. The Flash MLA also doesn't rely on QA and is actually written from mostly scratch using PTX for fine-grained control, which is actually quite cool to see. Open sourcing these things generally means that we start seeing them getting implemented in things like llama.cpp and others, which means that you'll see better performance on the same stuff you're using, which is actually really important to do. DeepSeek is likely to release next-generation R2 model before May 2025. They had planned to release R2 in early May, but now want it out as early as possible. The company says it hopes the new model will produce better coding and be able to reason in languages beyond English. Now, DeepSeek is raising the stakes further that will likely accelerate the AI price war. Initially planned for a May debut, industry sources report that DeepSeek's R2 model could arrive within weeks, as the company rushes to capitalize on the momentum of its R1 success. The R2 model is expected to improve upon its predecessor with enhanced coding capabilities and expanded reasoning abilities in languages beyond English. On benchmarks like LMS's Arena, DeepSeek's models have already demonstrated surprising competitiveness despite using fewer computational resources. According to analysts, DeepSeek's pricing could be 20 to 40 times cheaper than what OpenAI charges for comparable performance. This stark contrast has sent additional shockwaves through the industry, where OpenAI recently reported a $5 billion loss on $3.7 billion in revenue. DeepSeek's profit margins are somewhere between 84% and 545%, depending on the calculation method, stand in sharp relief against the financial picture at major Western AI companies, raising fundamental questions about whether massive capital expenditures are truly necessary for competitive AI development. On the economic impact side, we're witnessing the beginning of a price war that will very likely commoditize AI models and their adoption and utilization. If a company can deliver 90% of the capabilities at 5% of the cost and make it open source, that's not just disruptive, it's transformative for the entire industry. Behind this revolution is a research-driven organization. DeepSeek's approach reflects the philosophy of its founder, Liang Wenfeng, a billionaire described as super introverted and low-key, who made his fortune through the quantitative hedge fund Highflyer. According to former employees, Liang runs DeepSeek more like a research laboratory than a conventional startup. This flat management style differs markedly from both Silicon Valley hierarchies and the notorious 996 work culture, 9 a.m. to 9 p.m., 6 days a week, common at Chinese tech giants. DeepSeek reportedly offers competitive salaries, with senior data scientists earning up to 1.5 million yuan annually, nearly double the 800,000 yuan cap at rival quant funds. Critically, Highflyer invested approximately 1.5 billion yuan in 2 supercomputing AI clusters in 2020 and 2021, before U.S. export controls restricted chip access. One cluster, Firefly 2, consists of roughly 10,000 NVIDIA A100 chips, giving DeepSeek a substantial computational foundation despite international restrictions. It is this computational foundation that enabled R2's entry in such a short time with amazing results. R2 processes tasks 10% faster than R1 in high-throughput environments, and it achieves an accuracy of 92% in STEM benchmarks, versus R1's 85%. User adoption has been beyond what DeepSeek had expected, and early testers report a 30% increase in productivity for research tasks. The market response to DeepSeek's somewhat abrupt entry with one surprise after another has been nothing short of revolutionary. Industry analysts now characterize this phenomenon as a highly competitive global AI arms race, with competitors scrambling to adapt their strategies, reconsider fundamental assumptions about AI development economics, and rapidly incorporate efficiency-focused innovations into their roadmaps. DeepSeek's success has triggered this unprecedented competition across the AI industry, forcing both established players and newcomers to rapidly transform their approach to AI development. Western tech giants are under pressure to accelerate their development. OpenAI is accelerating development of GPT-4.5, codenamed Orion, and planning GPT-5 to be the company's first model to fully implement chain-of-thought reasoning across all tasks. According to internal sources, OpenAI has shifted significant resources to expedite these releases, with GPT-4.5 now expected weeks ahead of its original schedule. Sam Altman, OpenAI CEO, has publicly acknowledged that the competitive landscape is evolving faster than anticipated, noting in a recent interview that the pace of innovation in AI is accelerating beyond what anyone predicted even 6 months ago. Microsoft has not only incorporated DeepSeek's R1 into their Azure AI Foundry and GitHub, but is also reportedly revamping its entire AI infrastructure investment strategy. The company has established a dedicated team to evaluate and integrate open-source models, recognizing that proprietary development alone may no longer be sufficient. Microsoft CTO, Kevin Scott, recently commented that the future of AI will be a hybrid ecosystem where proprietary and open-source models complement each other. Google has reportedly accelerated the development timeline for its next Gemini model update, with CEO Sundar Pichai instructing teams to prioritize efficiency improvements. The company is exploring similar architectural innovations to those pioneered by DeepSeek, particularly in the areas of mixture of experts and quantization techniques. Google has also significantly expanded its AI research presence in Asia, with a particular focus on recruiting talent familiar with efficient training methodologies. Meta has doubled down on its open-source strategy, with CTO Andrew Bosworth stating that DeepSeek's success validates Meta's long-standing commitment to OpenAI research. The company has announced increased funding for its Llama ecosystem and established new partnerships to enhance the performance of its models on efficiency-focused benchmarks. Moreover, new challengers have entered the AI battle arena. Elon Musk's xAI has unveiled Grok 3, claimed to be 10 times more powerful than its predecessor, trained on approximately 200,000 GPUs in a massive facility dubbed the Colossus supercomputer. Unlike previous versions, Grok 3 incorporates several architectural innovations similar to those used by DeepSeek, suggesting that even well-funded newcomers are learning from the Chinese company's efficiency-focused approach. Elon Musk has publicly stated that the era of brute force AI is ending. Intelligence per watt is the new battlefield. The Allen Institute for AI, called AI2, has released Tulu 3 445B, an open-source model that reportedly outperforms both DeepSeek R1 and OpenAI O3 on several benchmarks. Trained using 256 GPUs in parallel, Tulu 3 445B demonstrates that academic institutions can still contribute meaningfully to open-source cutting-edge AI development. The model has gained particular attention for its strong performance on reasoning tasks while maintaining a relatively modest computational footprint. AI2's CEO, Oren Etzioni, has emphasized that DeepSeek showed that efficiency isn't just about cost savings. It's about enabling more organizations to participate in advanced AI research. Anthropic has subtly shifted its marketing messaging from emphasizing Claude's alignment and safety features to highlighting its efficiency and cost-effectiveness. The company has announced a new research direction focused specifically on computational efficiency without sacrificing performance, and has published several papers analyzing DeepSeek's architectural innovations. Interestingly, cloud computing services providers have also begun to embrace open-source AI models. For example, Amazon Web Services now features DeepSeek prominently in their model catalog and has launched new optimized inference options specifically designed for efficiency-focused models. AWS has also announced expanded support for open-source model deployment, with new tools to help customers fine-tune and deploy models like DeepSeek R1 with minimal engineering overhead. Oracle Cloud has launched a new AI service tier specifically targeting cost-sensitive enterprises, prominently featuring DeepSeek and other efficient models. The company has positioned itself as the cloud provider of choice for organizations seeking to deploy advanced AI capabilities without the premium prices associated with proprietary models. DeepSeek's phenomenal success has made many Asian technology ecosystem to rapidly mobilize and capitalize on the new wave. Chinese corporations including Lenovo, BYD, and Tencent have integrated DeepSeek's technology into their products, rapidly bringing AI capabilities to markets previously considered too price-sensitive for advanced AI features. Lenovo has announced a new line of laptops featuring on-device DeepSeek-based assistants, while BYD is incorporating the technology into its vehicle operating systems. Taiwan's TSMC has announced a new chip design specifically optimized for efficient AI model inference, with DeepSeek serving as a key reference architecture. This move signals that the semiconductor industry is beginning to adapt to the changing demands of open-source AI model deployment, with increased focus on efficiency rather than raw computational power. South Korean firms including Samsung and LG have announced partnerships with local AI labs to develop DeepSeek-inspired models optimized for Korean language processing, despite the South Korean government's restrictions on DeepSeek itself. This parallel development approach highlights how DeepSeek's architectural innovations are influencing AI development globally, even in regions with regulatory concerns. The stock market collapse in early 2025 led by NVIDIA has made venture capital firms finally shift their focus away from raw computational power investments to companies they believe can deliver increased efficiency. The investment landscape is evolving very rapidly in response to DeepSeek's success. Sequoia Capital has announced a new $500 million fund specifically targeting AI efficiency technologies, with managing partner Relof Bota noting that DeepSeek has demonstrated that the most valuable AI innovations may not be those with the largest parameter counts, but those that deliver the most intelligence per compute dollar. Y Combinator has reported a 300% increase in applications from startups focused on AI efficiency technologies, with many explicitly citing DeepSeek as their inspiration. The accelerator has created a specialized track for these companies, providing tailored mentorship and resources. SoftBank has shifted its Vision Fund investment thesis to prioritize companies developing efficiency-focused AI technologies rather than those requiring massive computational resources, with CEO Masayoshi Son stating that the AI revolution will be built on efficiency, not excess. This flurry of responses to across the global AI ecosystem demonstrates that DeepSeek's impact extends far beyond its specific models. The company has fundamentally altered the industry's conception of what's possible with limited resources, triggering a reimagining of AI development approaches that will likely shape the field for years to come. The rise of DeepSeek has significant geopolitical dimensions. The Chinese government has thrown its weight behind the company, with municipal governments and state-owned energy companies embracing the technology. This support comes with guidance. Officials have reportedly advised DeepSeek to maintain a low profile in international media. The Chinese state obviously sees DeepSeek as proof that local innovation can outpace American technology, according to analysts specializing in U.S.-China technology competition. It's become a point of national pride and a strategic asset for China. Geopolitical implications and security concerns have jolted Western nations who have responded with increasing concern. South Korea and Australia have restricted access to DeepSeek for government employees, citing data privacy issues. In the United States, some senators have proposed legislation that could impose severe penalties, up to 20 years imprisonment, for downloading certain Chinese AI models, potentially including DeepSeek. Whether U.S. companies that have already integrated DeepSeek into their product offering will be impacted by this rather hasty legislation proposal is yet to be seen. These responses echo the international reaction to TikTok, raising the specter of a fragmented global AI ecosystem divided along geopolitical lines. Questions also persist about DeepSeek's access to advanced chips under U.S. export controls, with Scale AI CEO Alexander Wang suggesting the company may possess more restricted chips than officially acknowledged. It is now clear that the future of AI economics is democratization through commoditization. As DeepSeek R2 approaches release, the AI industry stands at a crossroads. The traditional AI monetization model, that is, massive investments in proprietary systems accessible only through paid APIs, faces its most serious challenge yet from open-source alternatives that deliver comparable performance at drastically lower costs. For NVIDIA and other hardware manufacturers, this shift poses a serious threat. Their business models rely heavily on the sale of high-margin, specialized GPUs. If AI models can be efficiently trained on less expensive hardware, such as consumer-grade gaming GPUs or alternative platforms, the demand for costly, high-end GPUs could decline sharply. The implications extend far beyond hardware. AI development is becoming more accessible to a broader range of nations, organizations, and individuals, intensifying global competition and diminishing the strategic advantages, or moats, previously held by big tech companies. While industry leaders like OpenAI, Google, Meta, and Anthropic will undoubtedly adapt and integrate these new efficiencies, the era of developing powerful AI models by simply adding more computational power appears to be ending, at least as far as AI model development is concerned. For those of us who have experienced the 1980s PC boom and the resulting commoditization and consumer adoption of personal computers, this moment feels like an inflection point in technological history. It's comparable and maybe even larger than the rise of personal computers or the shift to internet and cloud computing. AI is poised to become more powerful, affordable, and widely accessible, fundamentally changing the competitive landscape. The push toward open science and open-source AI, exemplified by initiatives from organizations like Hugging Face and now DeepSeek, further accelerates this trend, ensuring that the benefits of these advancements are shared globally. In conclusion, a new chapter in AI development has begun. DeepSeek's rapid rise represents a fundamental challenge to established assumptions about AI development. The notion that superior AI requires vast GPU resources, enormous electricity consumption, and billion-dollar budgets has been called into question. For consumers and businesses, this shift promises greater accessibility to advanced AI capabilities. For the tech giants that have dominated the field, it represents both a threat and an opportunity to evolve. What's clear is that the pace of innovation shows no signs of slowing. As DeepSeek R2 prepares to enter the market, the question is no longer whether open-source models can compete with their proprietary counterparts, but how quickly they might overtake them, and which companies will successfully adapt to the new AI economics that DeepSeek has set in motion. We are witnessing the democratization of AI through commoditization. History suggests that open ecosystems ultimately produce more innovation than closed ones. If that pattern holds true for artificial intelligence, DeepSeek's disruptive approach may well signal the beginning of a new, more accessible era of AI for everyone. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe to our channel in order to stay informed on the fascinating and ever-evolving world of AI.